So this is what confuses me. Like,
Or he does speak, but he'll speak about it a little bit later.
yeah,
Like, for
but
example,
he
the
waits.
Charleston thing, he waits. Yeah.
He waited, but I mean, but to me, it feels like he might have been pressured at that point because everybody's like, "Yo, you're not gonna say nothing. Like, you're not gonna say nothing. They gotta say this every day, so you're not gonna say nothing."
I hear petitions. Yeah, I hear Trump wants to boycott Goodyear. Y'all hear about that?
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
Gotta take the wheels off my car then.
Oh, you got Goodyear tires?
Nah, heck no. I got some off brands.
Yeah, I can't afford them.
Those are too expensive, huh?
Yeah. I like Michelin's anyway.
You like Michelin?
The Michelin, man.
Michelin. Why you like Michelin better?
I don't know. The ride is smoother to me. I had Goodyears before, and them joints, I had to replace them in a year.
Oh, so it wasn't good for a year.
Huh?
Yeah, it was good 1 year. They should have named themselves that. Good year.
Yeah, for 1 year.
You're supposed to change them every year, though?
No, man. You're supposed to at least 3 years.
2 years, 3 years.
Listen,
what about Fire? Was it the other one? Firestone, is it?
I don't know.
Firestone, yeah.
Bridgestone.
Firestone.
Continental. Pirellis.
Listen, Pirellis, yep. Any of you tire companies, wheel companies want to sponsor the show, holla at us because we drop all kinds of names.
Specifically, need those because y'all expensive and I need those.
So what did y'all feel about Trump cancel his cancel?
He ain't cancel nothing. What did he cancel, yo? You can't even cancel Corona. What did he cancel?
Yo, what's up with Ed today? Somebody view his mic.
What did he cancel?
Man, he sounded like an uncle, man. Yo, he can't cancel nothing. No, he can't even cancel.
You know how Theo Ant beat.
Theo Ant.
Theo.
You know what's interesting about that is so so Trump does the cancellation, right? So supposedly
why?
Supposedly there was like this picture that was floating around about
that's real. It was real, wasn't it?
Yeah, about the policies for Goodyear, and basically what's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
What was acceptable?
BLM,
right? So
LGBT
pride, right? LGBT. It said Black Lives Matter and LGBT pride. You could wear
something else,
right? You could wear something that represented that, right? So like it was a Black Lives Matter T-shirt or something like that.
Was that it? It was a third one.
There was three. There was three.
It was three.
I didn't see three.
I thought it was three.
There was three.
There was three things that weren't acceptable.
Nah, it was three that was acceptable too.
And then I think there was four that wasn't acceptable.
Bro, I'm gonna have to fact check y'all.
Yo, go ahead, go fact check that.
Go ahead,
but I know what was it?
It was the Blue Lives Matter.
Blue Lives Matter.
What wasn't acceptable was Blue Lives Matter.
All Lives Matter.
MAGA hat and All Lives Matter.
Hold up. And also, right, it also said political affiliated slogans or materials.
Yes, that was the fourth.
So it wasn't something that was directly targeting MAGAs like MAGAs make it seem.
Yes.
Because it was very specific. The last one said political affiliated slogans or materials.
Yeah.
Yes. It just is the most popular one, and that's why I think that.
But they still single MAGA out.
Yeah, but then they said anything that has a political slogan. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if Biden had one, I'm sure they'd be like, yo, you can't wear that, son. You know?
Is Blue Lives Matter, though, like a political thing?
No,
it's just support for cops.
Right. But they had made a statement, too, and they're like, look, we what was it? I think I got the quote here.
Who, Blue Lives? Who's Blue Lives?
No,
the ops.
The
government, bro. It is political. It's not the government. Is it
Blue
not
Lives?
Funded? Is it not?
Blue Lives you talking about?
No, Goodyear. Goodyear made a statement. I'll look it up right now.
Nah, they said they don't like what Jimmy just said. They said they don't want any political affiliations. Like they was like they don't want, that they're not cool with that. They said the people can wear Blue Lives Matter. They can wear Black Lives Matter. They just don't want them to wear anything with political references. But that particular screenshot was from a local store. So corporate was like, that's not us. So
you're saying Trump got it wrong?
Yeah, Trump got it wrong.
So Trump jumped the gun?
He jumped the gun.
Let's see. It says
what do you guys? Oh, go ahead, Switch.
Okay, it says here, dear Goodyear customers, by now you are aware of a visual from Topeka factory that has been circulating in the media. And I want to personally clear the record on what you are seeing and hearing. The slide in question was created by a plant employee to try to explain what is acceptable to wear in a workplace. The slide was not approved or distributed by Goodyear corporate or anyone outside of the facility. I deeply regret the impression it has created and want to clarify Goodyear's position. First, to be clear, Goodyear does not endorse any political organization, party, or candidate. We have a long-standing corporate policy that asks associates to refrain from workplace expressions in support of any candidate or political party. Second, Goodyear strongly supports our law enforcement partners and deeply appreciates all that they do to put their lives on the line each and every day for our communities. We have proudly supplied tires to police and fire personnel for more than 100 years, and that relationship is foundational to our company. We have to clarify our policy to make it clear associates can express support for law enforcement through apparel at Goodyear facilities. The core of our company is our people and our culture. Goodyear has also supported both law enforcement and equal justice. We will always do so. I want to thank each and every one of our customers in these unprecedented times.
So you just really thought that's how he sounded when he said that?
Nah, but if I start reading it, I'll sound like son doing that prayer of that funny prayer. Yo, you know what I mean? These dudes is trying to But yeah, so maybe Trump jumped the gun on this.
I think it's capped though, because they're saying that it was like the store, but there's an actual audio of some, I don't know who it is, but somebody
like a trainer, right, or something.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Yeah, but that could have been a trainer from the local factory though.
That is true. You make a good point. That is true.
True. It still could have been local. I mean,
no, you're right.
So
well,
what about because we had talked about this a while ago with Goya, right? And people wanting to cancel Goya. Is this like similar in the situation, or is this a little different?
Nah, I think it's different.
Why do you think it's different?
Huh?
Why do you think it's different?
Because to me, it's like they put one, you know what I'm saying? If you saying this is okay, then that should be okay. I mean, if you're okay with them wearing the alphabets and what's the other one? And BLM, right?
Yeah.
If you're okay with that,
just say alphabet then.
I mean, then you should be okay with Blue Lives or whatever they feel like putting on. You can't have one without the, you know what I'm saying? Because you letting one side express themselves, let the other side express themselves. So if that's the case, but I mean, supposedly that's not. But
right, if
it was, then you're gonna let one, you gotta let the other. In my opinion, but the Goya thing was he just went up there and said something about the president.
He
made a statement and they canceled him. They reamed him.
Yeah,
Goodyear ain't donating no tires. You know what I'm saying? Goya went up there talking about they gonna donate.
They did. They were saying, well, I don't know if they donated, but they were saying we support police officers, fire departments.
They give them a discount.
We sell them.
Right. Yeah. They got a government contract.
But was it Trump's place to try to cancel them? I mean, this is not only that. This is an American company. They have a lot of employees as well. They've been around for 122 years or something like that.
Ridiculous, yeah.
And they're American based. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You think what do you guys think about the president speaking out against
a company
and telling people to boycott them as the leader of the nation, to boycott a company because they won't
support him.
Yeah, they won't support him because he feels like he's being personally attacked. Like, do you think that? I mean, is that even legal?
But he jumped.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But is it even legal for the president to be like, you know what, don't buy this? Because I feel like, man, like that's such a powerful position that I don't know.
Gotta be legal, right? I mean, he goes up there. Man, he had like every CEO at the coronavirus on briefings promoting them. Like, man, I want to give a shout out to the CEO of Walmart. You know what I mean? Like,
but is that his place? Like to be saying that? Like, I personally don't feel like that's his place. You know what I'm saying?
Does he do anything that's in his place?
No.
So your man froze, huh?
Who?
Oh,
Jay.
Nah, he speaks.
I'm listening. No, I'm listening.
Yo, you look like you froze.
Nah, yo, Trump is hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yo, this is an American company. There are people that got a lot of jobs. Now you telling people to boycott them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what they going to do?
But wouldn't you want to know who's, like, for example, that example that you guys put for when Trump was talking about Home Depot and Walmart and all those companies, like, wouldn't you want to know, like, hey, these companies are, you know, helping us out or whatever, or helping the country out? Because he didn't say go shop at Home Depot, go shop at Walmart. He just said, hey, thank you for this, you know?
I mean, I guess we could know that. We could know that, right? But why the shout outs? Like, he literally did shout outs, yo.
I mean, I guess. And then another thing with Trump is that anytime he mentions a company, the company stock rises.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, so I guess you have a point, sort of, I guess, the influencer part of the president, because you know how influencer be like, okay, on their video, hey, I got this product, or us, you know, we'd be like, listen, go get your sanitizer at Eurific, you know, and use this promo code. You know, people that listen to us and trust us will go and buy this product, you know?
I need Trump to talk about Eurific.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That would be dope.
Put this UV light in your mouth.
Pause.
I mean,
I wasn't
major pause.
What? It's a light, dude. That's what he said. Right?
Oh, so I don't necessarily think it's. I don't think it's necessarily bad that the president talks about companies.
Well, you think it's cool for him to cancel a company to say?
I mean,
that's what he said. Don't shop. He said, don't shop at Goodyear. They're not doing well, right? They haven't done.
They're not doing well.
I guess that's. I guess
the same thing with USPS.
And it's not the first time he's called for boycott of companies, right?
Right. CNN, fake news.
But it don't work.
Harley Davidson, Apple's doing pretty good. At least my Apple stock is. CNN,
$100 now.
Macy's, Univision.
He's talked about Macy's?
Rolling Stone.
Really?
Yeah. No,
well, Univision is NBC, so you know.
Anybody that opposes him, he wants to not rock with.
Right.
That's everything with everybody, yo. If you don't agree with anybody, it's canceled, yo.
That's true.
That's everything.
Oreos.
Wow, you talked about Oreos?
Your man's been going in on everybody.
On Nabisco? What the heck he said about Nabisco?
You know the thing for me, what did he say? He said and Trump declared in 2017 that he would not be eating any more Oreos after Mondelez International, the parent of Nabisco, which produces Oreos, announced that it would move some of its Chicago operations to Mexico.
Okay.
So
I mean, but wouldn't you say that's different because he's saying that he's personally not eating Nabisco?
What do you think the MAGA's
Goodyear? Do? Well, hold on. But with the Goodyear, he literally said, do not buy Goodyear.
And you know, Biden is running with that now. Supposedly, he's going to do a campaign.
Of course, anything Trump says, he loves the rain. They hate the rain.
They didn't even have a Biden slogan not to accept. They didn't even have a slogan for him or Kamala to not accept.
Yeah.
Like, we got MAGA and whatever Biden comes up with. Make sure you guys don't rock that in our company.
Yeah, it's, but I did see a tweet from a tweet from Biden today that we should do an investigation in some of the police murders.
Mainly the one that just happened.
Yeah, which is really interesting because I don't recall Trump, like, even in that tweet, right, about Goodyear tires, those two that are allowed, they feel as though, right, the BLM and the alphabet, they feel that they are suffering some sort of civil rights issues, right? Whereas like the Blue Lives Matter isn't really anything to do with civil rights issues. Actually, the Blue Lives Matter, you're right, social justice. The Blue Lives Matter and the All Lives Matter was a response to Black Lives Matter, right?
Right.
It was more so like the anti-Black Lives Matter campaign. So it's really doesn't have anything to do with social justice or civil rights.
Right.
But why wouldn't, I don't know, man. I feel like why wouldn't he address those issues, and call for
investigation,
the investigations, than to be worried about like, oh, they ain't supporting my campaign, so let's boycott them or whatever. I just feel like he kind of missed the point. You know what I'm saying?
But
because it's not really about, he's not really concerned about First Amendment and freedom of speech. I feel, it's just more so of like, yo, you ain't endorsing me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when does he ever speak on anything that's happened?
Right.
He hasn't spoken, and so this is what confuses me. Like,
where he does speak, but he'll speak about it a little bit later.
Yeah, like, but example,
he waits. The Charleston thing, he waits. Yeah,
he waited, but to me, it feels like he might have been pressured at that point because everybody's like, "Yo, you're not gonna say nothing. Like, you're not gonna say nothing. They gotta say this every day, so you're not gonna say nothing." And then finally, he says something, and then when he says it, it ain't even what everybody wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's true.
So then it's like he always like dances around those issues, like the race issues, everything going on, the police, the problem. Like he dances around that. You know what I mean? So I could see everybody's frustration with that, and so I want the MAGA folks to hit me and let me
adding them.
At me. Why is it that there's an excuse as to, every time something comes up, why he hasn't spoke about it? You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to injustice, you mean?
When it comes to injustice, even like this shooting, what is Jacob? Is it Jacob Blake? I believe his name is?
His last name Blake, yes. Let's see.
I believe it's Jacob Blake. He got shot 7 times. Like, why won't he speak on that? You know what I mean? Like,
the dude that got shot in the back in the car.
Right.
It was like two
Jacob Blake, yes.
There was another one. There was another one out here in Cali, Pasadena.
The one at the gas station?
Nah, it was like
the one that left him on the floor.
Yeah, he got pulled over. They asked him to step out the car, and as soon as the homeboy stepped out the car, he started running, and they just busted on him. I think it was like 3 or 4 times. And then the cop who shot, he didn't have his webcam on.
Of course not.
Wow.
So there is footage, but it's from the other cop that was with him, right? So you can't really see what happened.
He was blocking it too, right? The other cop.
Yeah. Well, because I think what happens is like it's a habit that people hold on to the vest like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They hold on to the collar. So it may be something natural that, it's just blocked, or maybe intentional. I don't know. But I could see the argument of why, like, it was accidentally blocked or whatever. But homeboy shot him. The cop shot him. Right. And then like later in the footage, you see that there's a gun laying next to the dude. Right. We have to. Right. After the fact, we have to wait and see. But from the footage that I saw, your man wasn't reaching for the weapon. He was trying to get out of there. He wasn't trying to get caught with the weapon. You know what I mean? He was just trying to flee and get away. It didn't look like he was reaching. Unfortunately, we won't know because the cop who shot him didn't have the camera on, man. I think that's one of the things that I wish Trump would talk about more is holding these cops accountable, right? Like, okay, you don't rock with BLM, you don't rock with Black Lives Matter for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? You think they're communist, socialist, whatever, they're Marxist, whatever. Even though like people are really like protesting police brutality, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, why not address that? You know what I mean? Like, let's hold these cops accountable. You know, let's make it so that if they're not wearing they don't have the camera on, then they're basically obstructing justice, you know, because they can't be held accountable. Let's hold them financially accountable. You know what I'm saying? None of that conversation is happening, you know. And this whole Goodyear thing is like, oh, you know, I'm upset because people can't rock MAGA hats. Like, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's because it's merch, man.
You know, say that they just passed a law. Yo, Pete, this. They just passed a law in Tennessee that it would punish protesters and take away their rights to vote. Right? There's people who are like setting up tents like at the Capitol, and so those people, they just passed a law that would make it a felony for them to protest to do that.
Wow.
Which would make them ineligible.
So then they can't vote. Exactly.
But so you can't express yourself, which is your right.
Right. So like if
take our rights away.
If you really mad about freedom of speech and you want people at Goodyear tires to be able to wear MAGA hats and All Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter and all that, like if you really pro freedom of speech, why wouldn't you speak out against all of those things? You know what I'm saying?
Is this peaceful protest, any kind of protest, or is it obstruction of
it's well these people
Seattle protests?
Nah, these people, who knows? You know, the thing is that like they had a hearing. There's like an hour-long hearing on YouTube, and one of the I believe it was a senator asked that, like, can you guarantee that it's not going to affect the people who are not violent, who are not, you know, causing all this chaos,
right? That
they're not going to be affected by it. You know what I mean? And the governor was like, you know, or not the governor, the author of the bill couldn't, you know, he couldn't guarantee because they could hit anybody with it. If you out there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This was specifically for people that were like setting up tents in the yard or whatever. In the grass of the Capitol there, man.
Because for me, I mean, if you're obstructing property or you're damaging property, then I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like you're, like, you know what I mean? You want to, they're gonna fine you or lock you up or whatever because you want to burn down a business. Like that's crazy to me.
Sure, but burning down a business is already a crime, right? It's already a crime. So doing another bill that's gonna make it, you know, that's going to affect all of us who aren't burning down buildings. We're actually out there protesting. I think that's foul, man.
Yeah,
you know, and if you're a party, if Republicans or conservatives or whatever are a party that are supposed to be pro freedom, pro constitution, pro rights, then I feel like, bro, like it's cap. It's all cap. Like you really not about that life. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you're not addressing the issue. Like every time you hear someone like from that side, from all the MAGAs, like talk about Black Lives Matter, they never address like the police brutality. They always address, they're Marxists, they're socialists, they want to turn America into, you know, communist China or whatever. And they never really address the issue of police brutality, man.
They'd be like, well, that's wrong, but
yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? But that's because we move different.
That is it.
We're not invested.
You shouldn't be running away.
Right.
You shouldn't be running away because you might get shot.
Right. That's all you hear. That's basically.
And yo, I get it. Like, you know what? I mean, I don't plan to run away from the police. You know what I'm saying? If I get into a situation, I don't have.
But even if you did, like, you don't deserve to get shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like over something like a parking ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
something simple.
Something stupid, you know what I mean? Like, and then you don't have a weapon on you. But the fact that like the president isn't addressing those issues, isn't calling for like some sort of reform, some sort of accountability, man, now, it's disappointing.
Wasn't there a time when he was campaigning and he was like in the beginning, he was like, yeah, there's issues with the training that the police officers are receiving. We need to like look into that. Like, I think it was like in the beginning towards his campaign.
Did he?
Yeah, I remember him talking about that. Like, oh, you know, we need to
They said
like the way that the police are trained, like they need to be retrained.
Well, if he said that, let's get back to that, man. I would love to hear more of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now it's, I guess, total opposite because he came out with his plan for the next 4 years, and he titles it "Defend Our Police," and he has about 5 points.
He's doubling down.
Yeah, doubling down. He's like fully fund and hire more police and law enforcement officers. He wants to increase criminal penalties for assaults on officers. He wants to persecute drive-by shootings as acts of domestic terrorism. He wants to bring violent extremist groups like Antifa to justice, and he wants to end cashless bail and keep dangerous criminals locked up until trial. Which that one I could probably agree with.
So, but
what about the cops that shoot people innocently?
There's nothing mentioned about that. Again,
you see, if you say all that, cool, but you better add that as well.
Right.
Because remember, the PBA endorses Trump.
Right. So he's got to back them.
Right.
Yeah.
And that might be a lot. That might be a lot to do with Giuliani's influence, right? Because New York was heavy police presence in the late 90s and in the early 2000s, right? Stop and frisk and all that. So that it looks like he's pushing for a bigger police state, man.
Yep.
I can't rock with that, man, at all. That's you could put that in the column of reasons not to vote for Trump. Like that's another check for me. Like that doesn't mean I'm gonna vote for Biden. You know what I mean? But
yes, it is.
If I don't vote for Biden, I'm not black.
It's almost like you're not black. It's almost like every other episode we're like, yeah, we agree with Trump on that, and then the next episode, nah, I can't ride with Trump.
I think that's fair, though. I think that's fair on our behalf
because
we call it how we see it, right? Like we don't all agree about Trump. We go back and forth, but we say, yo, I agree with it. Look,
we're
Jay
pretty unbiased.
Yeah. Jay just said, I kind of agree with the last part. And then you chimed in and was like, well, you know what? It should have been more balanced, and he should have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's pretty balanced on our behalf. Like.
Yo, but Biden never said he wanted to defund the police, right?
Yeah, it might be.
I think I hear the Republicans saying that about the Democratic Party. So I don't know if
I don't think that's part of his plan.
And when this guy just got shot, he had mentioned it already. He was like,
"What did he say?" He just said. Then he
said a tweet or something. Yeah.
I mean,
him and Kamala though. That's part of their campaign.
Okay, so Biden just did an interview with ABC.
Kamala.
He said to ABC's Robin Roberts, "I don't want to defund the police."
See?
Yeah. And I don't think so because Kamala.
She's
the top cop. You know what I mean? She the ops.
Yo, my man, Gilbert Arenas though, he been
going in, right? What he say?
On one, yeah.
What he say, bro?
Is that
no chill, Gil?
Yeah, that's Gilbert Arenas.
Oh man, that's a dude that shot up the arena.
Nah, he had the gun in the locker room. He didn't shoot.
Oh, okay.
Wow, look at this guy spreading false.
I know, spreading rumors.
Fake news.
My bad, Gil. I was trying to get you
boycott switch, man.
Boycott me.
Yo, but now you know what he said. He said, "F their statements, F their words. What are they doing to change his behavior? Don't worry, this will happen under Biden if he's the president because we give them our vote and approval with no benefits. And they don't even have to fake promise us anything. Just do the opposite of the person who we hate, and bam, there's our vote. President Trump says no need for mask, Biden wears a mask. Trump says wear a mask, Biden no mask. We hate Trump so bad we don't actually grade the other person for his views. Ask Biden what he do about police reform if he gets elected." And he said, shoot unarmed men in the leg. Key part is he's still okay with shooting unarmed men, just not in the heart. All we're teaching these people are if 100% evil, just be 99% and we will vote.
Right.
Yo, and you could shoot somebody and still
he listens.
them, right?
He listens to TNC, right? He sounds like he listens to TNC, man.
I need to get him on here.
Subscriber.
You could shoot somebody in the leg and still harm them.
Yeah, you could die, bro, because you have a major.
What if you hit a vein?
Yeah,
yeah,
artery there, which
could bleed out.
Yeah, man.
See,
That's
that's
kind of
He want
stupid.
like Tory Lanez to just shoot at the feet or something.
Oh my god.
Where's the boycott? Nah, let me
Wow.
stop.
where's the outrage?
But yeah, man. Yo, that's interesting. I got to read more into Trump's 4-year plan.
That's crazy.
Because it sounds like he's
both of
heavy
them want
military,
to pull out,
kid.
right. Both of them want to pull out the heavy guns, man.
Right. See? So what's the difference, man? What's the difference?
Yo, that's what I've been saying, dog.
You got two-
That's what I've been trying to say since.
One is for late term abortion, and the other one is
They both old as I don't know what, halfway seat now. Should be golfing somewhere.
I mean,
don't you got a game?
Right. I know what you, Jay.
What are you doing in DC?
Right. You know what I'm saying? But they should be relaxing right now. And then Biden can't even remember how many grandkids he got.
Is that ego trip from Trump dangerous, man?
It's been dangerous.
Like, can it be dangerous or more dangerous? Because like you're canceling companies now, right? You're telling people your supporters cancel these companies. You're for more funding for the police, but I would like to know what that plan is. Is it more training, more effective training? You know what I mean? I want to know what that funding is about, or just
it doesn't say. It doesn't say. It just says fully fund and hire more police and law enforcement officers. That's it.
Yeah.
So
you got drama with USPS.
Yeah.
Still got drama, son. He got beef out here. He got real beef.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. And it's not like an increase. It's not like an increased police presence deters crime. Like, police don't deter crime; they respond to crime.
Yeah, they don't.
Right.
They're not Batman.
You know, which is crazy, man. Like, I imagine that the number of arrests in the inner city are going to be a lot higher. You know,
We mean in after Trump or in general?
it don't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
Gil already told us it don't matter. But
it happened under Obama. What?
Exactly. But I'm saying it's going to increase because Trump is talking about hiring more police. You know what I mean? If you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. You know what I mean? So you got now you got police out here. You know, now you got twice as many police out here who have to issue 60 tickets per month. You know what I mean? Or got to do more arrests. You know. So they could get that raise.
And then people are like, oh, well, you know, they're for Second Amendment rights. But it's like, what's good your Second Amendment if you're going to get shot? You know what I mean? You'd be like, yeah, well, I can legally carry. Oh, he got a gun.
He got a gun. Boom. Right.
Like, instead of saying,
which is a big critique that the NRA got because of Philando Castile when he got shot. He was a law-abiding citizen.
Oh, man.
He had his car to carry. He told the cop, yo, I have a license to carry. I got a gun. And then, you know, boom.
Got shot.
He still got shot. And did that cop get arrested? Did he do time?
Nope.
I don't know.
Did
no.
Did Obama talk about it? You know what I mean? Did Obama start an investigation? Did Trump?
I think he did mention. I think Obama did say
he was hurt by that.
They needed an investigation, but he didn't push it.
Yeah, that too.
So he did mention it, though. He spoke on it. That's for sure. But to me,
they put those body cams, right, to kind of see what's going on too, right?
Yeah,
these kind of things, and I don't know, man.
Wow.
Maybe we need to reevaluate the whole way they're doing it. And like, what was that? Did we talk about that I think it was a couple months ago, about that one state or that one district that they had instead of police officers, they were sending like
security,
social workers and stuff like that to respond to certain situations, like somebody wanted to commit suicide or things like that. And they say that the crime was like is drastically low in that area just because they deal with things differently. Because you know, when a police officer coming up there, you already know, like,
It's already aggravated.
This dude
It's
that just
already
got
gone.
shot. This dude that just got shot this weekend. The dude in, was it Wisconsin?
Yeah.
He was breaking up a fight. The cops responded to domestic violence call. He was breaking a fight between two girls. He got tased and then he got shot in the back.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, he went into his car and reached under his seat, right? So the cops may have thought he was reaching for something. I don't know. But the point is that they responded to a domestic violence call and then they tased the dude who was stopping the fight.
Right.
You know, like
they didn't even ask questions like, what's going on here?
I'm saying, this happens a lot, man. You know what I'm saying?
That dude that opened the door a couple weeks ago.
That was in Arizona.
Yeah,
that was in Arizona. The neighbor called because they were complaining about noise. Homeboy was playing with his girlfriend. They were playing video games. He was celebrating because his daughter had just graduated from high school or something like that. He opens the door with his pistol, which is legal in the state of Arizona. He opens the door with his pistol. He puts the pistol down, and the cop shoots him in the back.
Yeah.
But blue lives matter, though, right? But you know what I mean? When people talk about police brutality, police using excessive force, that doesn't matter as long as you can wear a MAGA hat at Goodyear tires.
I hear you. Well,
I'm just saying, man. Like these dudes have unbalanced scales, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter either way.
Absolutely, man.
The U.S. is screwed either way. You think you think we not gonna have all these protests with Kamala and Biden in there?
I don't think so. I think that people actually believe that things are going to be better with them, and 4 years down the line, they're going to realize that, oh man, things ain't no different. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing's changed in 4 years. Nothing changes 12 years. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. Like every president is the same thing. You know, and the sad part is that people don't realize that bigger government is the problem. You know?
Don't change.
Yeah. Bigger government is the problem, man.